Hey, let's check in with the state of the Spurs Wembanyama cards.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Locked On Spurs right here on the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Glad to have y'all back. And TGIF, thanks for making Locked On Spurs your first listen every single day. Free and available wherever you get podcasts. Pick a platform, iTunes, Spotify, Ken's 5 Plus app. Seriously, just go to any podcast provider. You will find Locked On Spurs and the Locked On Podcast Network show. Subscribe to all of us. And as always, thanks for making us your first stop. Hey, this episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Just go to FanDuel.com to get started. What are we talking about today? It's going to be all about cards, specifically Wembanyama cards. Now, if you've been noticing over the offseason, it's pretty much been kind of like card crazy. Wemby cards going up for auction for thousands of dollars, a freaking bounty. And I'm not kidding. There's a bounty right now on a 101 Wemby card. We're going to be diving into that and so much more. What is up with this Mercury $8,000 box set of Wemby cards? Seriously, you just pretty much search any day and there's something new when it comes to Wemby and his cards. Even Wemby himself visited a hobby night, rip night in San Antonio, and admitted that he is starting his own personal collection of cards. And yes, he did say he's getting his cards as well. So what is up with this? Should Spurs fans dig into their pockets and get some now before Wemby becomes what we all think he will become, just unstoppable force, a legendary player in the NBA? Is there a downside to this? Is there a warning sign already that maybe, just maybe, things could be cooling off soon, and if you spent maybe thousands of dollars, maybe that card could be worth less down the road? Are there signs to look out for? So we're going to be discussing that and so much more. We're going to bring back our guest. His name is Jacob Eric. He's been on the show a few times already, and usually we bring him in whenever we have card questions. I had to bring him in because I just noticed this past week, it was just Mercury cards and this and that and hobby night, and it was just so overwhelming. I said, okay, we got to get sorted this out. So we're going to be focusing on that, Wemby cards. Hopefully y'all have one. I hope y'all have a nice Wemby card, because the last time, well, one of the few times that Jacob was on here, he and his son pulled a rookie card. Wembanyama working, no kidding. Go back and check that episode. Let's go and bring him on. He is Jacob Eric. There you are, buddy. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, Jeff? Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, man. Make sure to everybody to let y'all know that follow Jacob on X at Jacob Eric C. Make sure to do that right now. Love your shirt. Love your shirt.
Yeah, showing my love for mudslingers today. Yep.
Have you ever tried one of their lightning bolt series?
I have not. I usually go with the slushes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No.
Maybe I'll do that next time I go.
The lightning bolt always works, man. But again, make sure to follow him on X at Jacob Eric C. Whenever time we have card questions, we bring him on, and that's why he is here. So, Jacob, as you heard in the intro right now, it's pretty much been Wemby card crazy lately. From hobby night to pick a variant out there. It's the Prism, it's the Refractor, it's the 101, it's his jersey snipped on the card. I mean, it's just so much going on right now. Before we dive into the specifics, what is your overall thought, just your generic thought of these Wemby cards that are just kind of going into the market right now?
Well, first off, let me go ahead and backtrack. I know I told y'all from the very beginning of the card season, I was like, hey, just wait till later on. Things are really going to get crazy. Start at the beginning of the card season, they were just, product was dropping here and there. And I was like, just wait. Things are going to get real crazy. And right now it's about that time where everybody's the non-collector is looking around, just going like, whoa, what's going on? That much. But we told y'all it was going to happen. But I don't know. It's not a surprise to me.
Why wasn't it a surprise to you? I mean, you saw this coming. Why did you realize that this wave of Wemby mania, in the cards department, was coming? Like, what triggered it for you?
I think it was just all because of Wemby himself. You know what I mean? And anytime the product drops with the tops, being that Wemby signed with Fanatics, you knew it was going to get crazy. So at the very beginning of the card season, I guess you can say, you saw some Wemby products dropping, and it was a lot of Fanatics products. I think that the very first one was probably the Inception. You did mention the Bowmans, stuff like that. That's all part of the Topps Fanatics side of the house. Then we went on, there was a big gap right there where Panini was dropping all their products. Now remember, because it's a Panini product, there was no Wemby autos in there. So, the demand was still there, but, it kind of died down a little bit. Now recently, I want to say maybe about 2 weeks ago, you had the Topps Chrome basketball product drop. That's what you were talking about when you were referring to as a bounty card. That product drop. Now going back to the Fanatics site, you're going to see some Wemby autos, and that's what shot everything right back up right now.
Yeah, let's be very, very clear. Wemby signed a deal with Fanatics/Topps. So that's why he was at the recent San Antonio Topps Hobby Rip Night. A little thing too, Jacob, when he was there, it was really for the kids. It's really what it was about. It wasn't for the adult collectors. It was for the kid collectors. But some of the little kids were just yelling, like, hey, Wemby, let me have your autograph. Let me have an autograph. And he flat out told them, yeah, that's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and sign some cards. And everybody was excited and everything. But he ultimately did not sign any cards. Why do you think he did that?
I think it's because he signed with Fanatics. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just being extra careful. Maybe a kid would have taken a card in there, from Panini, and you know what I mean, slipped one in. And if Wemby doesn't know what he's looking at, he signs it. All of a sudden, I guess you could say he's in breach of contract or stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's smart of him. And I know I've asked you before about that. If and you said that he just steers clear of it. So
he steers clear. Yeah.
Just I would do the exact same thing too if I was him. Not being mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's just watching out for himself.
But just because he signed with the Fanatics/Topps does not mean his likeness cannot appear in other products. You mentioned Bowman. He's there as well. Why is that allowed? Why is that okay?
So you're talking about why is he allowed? Like, let's say in the Panini side of the house.
Yeah, exactly. He's on Panini, but they're allowed to use like what's up with that? Like, if he's with Fanatics/Topps, why is he over there in Panini?
So he's allowed. The Panini products are licensed by the NBA. So going back to the Panini side of the house, when we had that big gap where Panini was dropping all their products, that was why at the very beginning of that, the craze went through the roof at the very beginning, because now Wemby in a Spurs uniform products were dropping and everybody had to rush out. They wanted to get that card. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. But yeah, you're going to continue to see that until the end of the card season. Once a product drops, that the price is going to go through the roof. Then it's slowly going to start coming back down. Another product is going to come out. That price is going to go through the roof, and then slowly going to start coming back down. It's just going to keep going.
Yeah, and the Wemby card craze even began before he entered the NBA. There was his Mets 93, jersey card everybody wanted. There was the one in the Yankee uniform everybody wanted. There is one where he did artwork on one where he drew himself with a mustache and a little UFO and an alien. I mean, it's just been going crazy. But I just noticed that this past week, or last week, 2 weeks, it's been like at a fever pitch. So let's go and dive into some of the stuff that has already been out there.
As a matter of fact, if you remember back, actually his Sports Illustrated card was the very first one. Yeah. The Sports Illustrated Kids, and that one went through the roof. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was just, we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. And I guess the big news right now is, this is unimaginable. $8,000 box set of Wemby cards from Fanatics. Now, they made a big deal about it. They had this viral video of like an asteroid crash landing in San Antonio at Boomtown Sports Cards Collectibles. And I guess the giveaway, there was an M in the middle of the crater. So that gave it away right there for the Meteor cards. Why? Mercury. Thank you for reading that. Sorry, Mercury. The Mercury cards. What is up with this? Why $8,000? Are they out of their mind? Why would any fan get this box set at $8K?
That happens every year, believe it or not, Jeff. That is nothing to us. You're not going to see me going out there getting $8,000 box, but those do happen. Product does come out where it's like 5,000, 6,000. You know what I mean? Later on this year, I believe the 1-and-1s are going to come out. You're going to see that price go through the roof as well. But yeah, that does happen. This one, I believe, like you said, you're talking about the 23-24 Mercury product. I want to say there's like 8 Wembanyama cards are in there. And I think the draw for that, I think they're going to have a draw just to be able to purchase that product.
Good
is
Lord.
In the beginning of October. And I guarantee you, I mean, we're looking at each other right now going like $8,000. That is insane. I guarantee once that if that draw is on the 9th, that thing is going to be sold out on the 10th. Easily. You also got to remember about this product. Wow. They are doing a great job of marketing too.
Yeah, they are. Do you really do expect this box set to sell out?
Oh yeah, at 8,000. Oh yeah, definitely. You got to remember
what do you get though? I mean, why is it so special? What is it?
There's like 8 cards. I think that I got to look into the details, but I think you're guaranteed like 1 or 2 autos per. So you're pretty much just buying like an auto. But going back to what you were talking about, like with that bounty, I guarantee there's probably going to be another bounty in this product. They already did tease that this is going to be the first time that Wembanyama and LeBron James are going to have an on-card autograph. It's going to be a dual auto on the card. People are going to be searching for that one. That's going to be in there.
Is it going to be like everybody's going to get that one, or is it in a random one? Okay.
No, it's going to be in a random one. There's one of one that's going to have a LeBron James and a Wembanyama dual auto. And I think that they also said they're going to have 5 others. So it's one of one and then 5 other dual auto with LeBron and Wembanyama just mixed in there. People are going to be looking for them this exact same way everybody was looking for the 1-of-1 superfractor in the Topps Chrome. That's the one that you said that you mentioned that had the $1 million bounty on it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody just went crazy looking for that card. The exact same thing is going to happen right here. You know,
but what's an update on that? Has the person who pulled it cashed that in yet, or no? We don't know yet.
The last thing that I have seen was that it got graded at PSA. They came back a 9. Going back a little bit further, I did see that I did hear that the owner of the card and Bless Sports Cards, which is the card company that had the bounty on it, that they were in contact with each other. If you had to ask me, I'm thinking that probably the owner just decided to get it graded. He was probably trying to take his shot. And when I say trying to take his shot, it's like, hold on, wait up with that $1 million. Think about it. You send it in to get graded and it comes back as a 10. Think about it. Comes back as a 10. Now you can go like, wait a minute. I want maybe 1.2, 1.3 because it's a perfect gem mint card. There's 1-of-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's never going to be another. But me personally, I think that that's probably what he was trying to do. So yeah, came back a 9. Might maybe hurt him just a little bit, but I guess we'll wait and see.
So it did come back a 9. It wasn't a 10 then.
No, it did come back a 9.
Wow. I mean, is that still some value there despite that?
Oh yeah, I mean,
9 is pretty high. Okay,
yeah, still up there. Yeah.
He is Jacob Eric. He is with us here on Locked On Spurs, discussing the state of the Spurs Wemby cards. It's card mania right now, especially with the Wemby. We're going to be discussing more and with Jacob in just a few seconds. But first, I want to talk to you about FanDuel. You got to go to FanDuel right now. Go sign up, create an account, do what you got to do. Just get on FanDuel right now. Obviously, you heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, and rightfully so. It's America's #1 sports book. Well, we have a little something for you, listeners and watchers of Locked On Spurs. Right now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. That is a great deal. I would jump on that ASAP. Then, with the YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game All you need is a Google account, current form of payment, cancel at any time. Look, as far as the app is concerned, though, it's very easy to use, user-friendly, not hard to navigate. You can bet on the spreads, some parlays, prop bets, whatever your imagination can think of. Have fun with sports this upcoming season with FanDuel. Hey, the Spurs are right around the corner. Yeah, their season's right there. Go on FanDuel immediately. Again, you want to go to FanDuel.com right now. Download America's #1 sportsbook.
Hey, this is Hot Rod.
And I'm RC from the Cybertron Springs.
And you're listening to Locked On Spurs with Jeff Garcia.
And we're back with Jacob Eric right here on Locked On Spurs. He is helping us take a dive into the state of Spurs Wemby cards. Y'all know it has been Wemby card mania lately, or ever since he even entered the NBA. But it's been kind of spiking of late. So from Panini to Bowman to Topps and everything, it kind of leaves me, the question is, do you foresee maybe bad times ahead? It just feels like we're at a crescendo right now, and it feels like it cannot go any higher, it can only come down. Does anything make you concerned about the prices that people are paying for the amount of Wemby cards that are out there?
The thing that makes me concerned is just with how much product is being thrown out there, that's involving Wemby. I've mentioned it before, and I was like, man, Fanatics threw the bag at him and he took it. I'm pretty sure he's signing something. He signs a lot. He is definitely signing a lot. All you have to do is just go to the Fanatics website. I mean, if you want like a Wemby autographed basketball, you can easily get one there. If you want a Wemby autograph poster, you can easily get one there. Go on eBay and look at how many, type in Wembanyama auto card and look at how many pop up. There's definitely a lot. And that will hurt the price a little bit. You know what I mean? I know if I don't have a Wemby autograph card, but I know that if I really, really wanted one, I could easily just go get one in maybe like 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it's just that there's that many out there. So definitely.
Well, I guess I'm trying to get it. But would you even, let's just say a Spurs fan came up to you, they saw you at the store, and they say, "Hey, Jacob, saw you on Locked On Spurs. You're talking about the cards. I really think I want to buy a Wemby auto." What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Just do your research. Do your research. Don't just jump right in. All right. Make sure you compare or comp the card, compare the prices. Reach out to me, and like you said, and I'll help them with that. And we actually talk about this in the hobby a lot. We always, like myself to this day, I know Rudy, with the Sweep the League, I'll give him a call. Yeah, I'll give him a call. If I have like a question about a card, I'll take a picture and send it to him and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this card?" And he'll give his 2 cents. And you know what I mean? But we always look out for each other like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's one thing about the hobby is that everybody kind of leans on each other and really tries to help one another. But I saw a recent report that apparently Victor Wembanyama leads the pack in PSA gradings. I mean, it seems to me he's right up there when it comes to PSA and the type of card, Wemby cards that they're grading. Again, it just feels like some sort of, like it can't get any better, right? Like how much better can it get? Because we talked about it already. There's Panini, there's Topps, there's Bowman. I'm pretty sure there's others out there. I can't recall right now. It just feels it's gonna come to a point where people who invested so much money in a Wemby card, then they just see the number crash. What do you think would prevent that? Was it just simply to tell Topps and everybody else, "Hey, stop, you're making too much"?
Either that, or if Wemby just comes out this year at the beginning of the season and blows it up. If he blows it up, if he just starts off phenomenal, you know what I mean? The prices of those cards are going to go up. They're going to go as fast as they come down, Jeff. They go right up. It happens in the hobby all the time. We laugh because I laugh all the time, especially during right now the NFL is going on.
Yeah.
It's funny, like last season, you'll see like a quarterback having like their first start or something like that, or just come in and they're having like a great first half. You'll see those cards just getting tossed on eBay or social, like, hey, $100, $80, $90, and we're just like, my goodness. Same quarterback comes for the second half, stinks it up, and all of a sudden that card is back down to like $10 or something like that. And we tease, you know what I mean? We joke. We're like, hey guys, for those of y'all who made an agreement with the seller, you have to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like, come through with that. But no, it happens. It happens. But yeah, I think it remains to be seen, actually, you know, with Wembanyama. But yeah, if he comes out and he comes out firing on all cylinders, you're definitely going to see all those cards just, you know, the prices go up again.
So I'm not mishearing you. Then you're not telling Spurs fans right now, don't go buy Wemby cards, right? You're not saying that, right? You're just
not saying that. Yeah.
You're just saying be careful. Right.
Be careful. Be careful. And like we always say in the hobby, as long as you're having fun, you know what I mean? You're good. You can never go wrong. But just do your research.
Which Wemby cards would you tell Spurs fans to go get? Would it be simple, just get your base cards and have fun and yay, you know, or chase those 101s, you know, those rare amount ones?
No, base cards are always fun. Base cards are always fun, especially to, you know, like the non-collectors, but they just want to have like something. Go ahead and chase base cards. You know, I've actually given a couple of Wembys out here and there. You know what I mean? Rookie cards, just, you know, as a random act of kindness, you know, just here you go, here, take it or whatnot, you know. But yeah, that's cool. For the more serious collectors, if you want to bump it up a notch, I would say the Prisms are pretty good. I think you had an article where there was one kid trying to chase like a snakeskin Wembanyama. That's a little bit more on the high end. You get a chance to look up those. They're up there. I was like, yeah, you and everybody else, kid. And then you know, right now, like you said, the Topps Chrome is still pretty hot. Going back, my favorite is always going to be the Bowman. I've always just been a Bowman fan from the very get-go, and then it just turns out that we got lucky and pulled one of the very first ones. So, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm glad you brought up the kid. That hobby night in Boomtown was really good. It was packed in there. You know, shoulder to shoulder. People were lining up hours ahead. And by the way, it was a not so secret surprise that Wemby was going to be there. One, because even though they told everybody, like the media, to keep it quiet, you walk into Boomtown, there's a freaking message poster on this. It says, "Welcome to Boomtown, Victor Wembanyama." The posters of him and everything. But you know what? You know, I'm glad you brought the kid. And I just want to highlight this. And I want Jacob to watch it. We'll rewatch this as well for y'all to watch it. Had a chance to catch up with a little kid at the that night. And this is what the hobby can do for kids. It just like, it gives them an outlet to have fun, not get in trouble, and just see the impact of the card industry on the young collector. So let's go ahead and check that out, Jacob.
So my name is Caleb Hernandez, and I just traded Wemby, one of these Rookie of the Year cards of his, for one of his Eli Mannings to 25 from his personal collection, and it was crazy. My heart was pumping a little bit. He's really tall. That's one thing I noticed.
What's the one Wemby card you want?
The snakeskin Wemby from Select, I'm pretty sure.
How hard is that to find?
Very hard. They're going for like $30,000 on eBay right now.
Yeah.
So they're pretty hard to find.
What does it mean for you seeing Wemby here at trading cards, just hanging out with fans?
It was cool because now that I've watched him play at a Spurs game, and I noticed how big he was. But now to see him in person over here, it like really put a bit into perspective how big he is.
There you have it. I mean, look at that. Is it true though? $30,000 for a snakeskin? Is that true?
They can get up there. Yeah, depending. And there's different variations. Oh, but that was awesome. Hey, that was great for that kid. I bet you that Rookie of the Year card is going to definitely automatically go into his personal collection. That one's going to stay with him forever.
Yeah, obviously, Wemby traded with several kids. We just saw Caleb right now. He was one of them. So, what did you think of that trade, though? Was it a good trade? Was that a good trade?
I didn't see what he traded away, so I can't.
Yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
traded away one of Wemby's Rookie of the Year cards,
Oh, okay.
and he got back a NFL. I think he said a Peyton Manning one from Wemby's personal collection. So
Oh, really?
that
All
was
right.
pretty fun.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I
That's pretty
actually think I
good.
have one of those Rookie of the Year cards,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah.
Hey, before we let you go, the last time we were talking, well, no, I mean, I know you've been on several times, but one of the last times you were on, that's when you and your son pulled that Wemby Bowman rookie card. We need an update on that. What's the state of that? What's going on with it? Is it up for sale? What's
Oh,
going on?
The Lowe's card.
The
Oh,
Lowe's
yeah.
card, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, it's right here. We still have it. This is the Lowe's
There
Wemby
it
card.
is. There it is. It's kind of hard to read, but what's the grading on that?
This is a 9. Came back as a 9.
Wow. Came back as a 9.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay, I gotta ask
Dave,
why wasn't it a 10? I'm just curious.
we kind of when Josh and I first looked it over, we kind of noticed there was a little ding in one of the corners,
Yeah.
so that may have done it. But no, yeah. So David made it known very early on in the pool that he was going to actually keep that one. That's going to be his personal collection. I know somebody did reach out to Alex from Got Them Cards, and he was asking about me. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, what do you think it's going to take to get that Locked On Spurs Wemby card from Jacob and David?" And then Alex was nice enough to let them know. He was like, "You know what? I'm not even going to mention it to them because they made it known that they were going to go ahead and keep it." So it kind of just died out right there.
Ken's 5 TV actually showed the video clip when you and your son hit it. So
I remember that. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was cool. Well, I'm glad to see the Locked On Spurs Bowman's Wemby rookie card is doing fine. It's just a shame that he won't sign it. That's just a shame.
Well, there are some Bowmans that he did sign, but
that's right.
But it would be cool if you could just walk right up to him and be like, "Hey, Wemby, can you sign my card?" And if he would be able to do it, but I don't know. I'm just happy that we got the card on the show. So
I know cool. that was exciting.
I didn't think I didn't think it was gonna work.
Me neither. That was a risk. That was a complete box break from beginning to end, and man, final pack, and there it was. Hey, Jacob, before we let you go, any other words, thoughts on the state of Wemby cards right now?
Johnny, we pretty much covered everything, but there is something. I'll give you a little hint or a little tip of what's going on there. Since you asked me earlier, be like, "Hey, if somebody's going to be purchasing a Wemby, what should they look for?" And I was like, "You always got to do your research. Always do your research and be careful." So this is a redemption card of a Blake Wesley, and I want you to notice it's out of 14. And I want you to notice this Panini sticker up here.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay. Now check this out. I want you to note it. So this is another redemption from Blake Wesley. This is out of 14, and you can see the sticker.
Yeah,
right?
I see it. Yeah.
Okay. Now here's another Blake Wesley. It's out of 14, but it's not in the Panini case. Okay. So what could be happening is that somebody is taking the card out of the Panini case and loading it with a different card and then selling it off as a redemption card.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one or two things happen. Somebody stole the case or took the case for this redemption card, or this wasn't a redemption card. You know what I mean? I really haven't dug too much into it, but little things like that, you just got to always watch. These weren't like huge, big purchases. You know what I mean? But if it was like, maybe going into the hundreds of dollars, then, that's what you got to start, hey, you know what I mean? That's when you start making calls. But yeah, like I said, or like you said, Jeff, if anybody ever has any questions on anything, feel free to DM me. I actually do get lots of questions, and you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, I'll make a quick video because, I don't want to be typing there. The answer is so long and whatnot, this and that. But yeah, be more than happy to.
Hey, you also help out Got Them Cards, right? I think y'all have like a Spaces show or once in a while.
Yes. On Saturdays we do host a space. Got them card space. I co-host it. Alex is the host. We have Alex is he's actually on vacation right now, so we're taking a little bit of a break, a much needed vacation, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
exactly.
no, I still am part of the Got Them Cards family. We're probably going to be we're thinking about making that jump into YouTube and maybe start doing some breaks and stuff like that there. But
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as we find something out, I'll definitely let you all know.
Perfect. He is Jacob Eric. Make sure to follow him on X at Jacob Eric C. You see it on your screen if you're watching on YouTube. You got Wemby card or just cards in general questions. Let him know. By the way, Jacob, you probably saw, but Wemby said he even collects Star Wars cards. So he collects those too.
You know what? So, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I was going to bring that up. Jeff, today's Friday.
Yeah.
You know what that means. We got Star Wars, Transformers.
Yeah.
One comes out today. Jeff, please remember, this is not 1986, okay? Nothing's going to be as good as the original. Okay? That bar.
My standard, that bar is high.
That bar's high. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, Jeff, hey, just remember, you're not going to get the cool rock music. You might not see people getting burnt like how we did in 1986.
Toast. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just remember. You're gonna have to pump the brakes a little bit and just take it for what it's worth.
All right. I won't come out of the theater just flipping tables and throwing my cell phone at the wall and whatnot. Again, Jacob, thank you for taking time to hop on here on Locked On Spurs to give Spurs fans an update on the state of Wembanyama cards. We'll be back on Monday talking all things silver and black as the offseason winds down. Just a few more weeks. Media days right around the corner. Training camps. I mean, it's here. We just got to get through a couple more weeks-ish, and then it'll be showtime. And as always, we thank you for making Locked On Spurs your first listen every single day. Free and available wherever you get podcasts. iTunes, Spotify. Look at that. Yeah, right there. See? That's where you got to follow Jacob. iTunes, Spotify, Kenspy Plus app, YouTube. Thanks for making Locked On Spurs past the 5,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. Keep it coming. Keep it going. We appreciate it. But before we go, I guess a little bonus content here. You want to show something what happened right now when you opened up a card pack?
You want me to go ahead? So anyway, I bought yesterday I bought a box of Top Chrome or whatnot because I wanted to show y'all, be like, hey, this is the product that it's coming from. So during the commercials, like, stuff like that, during this show, I've been, opening up a couple of packs here and there, just going slowly. But anyway, right when we went off, I opened up the very next pack and check it out.
Of course, he hit it. What is that? What does that hit?
It's a base. It's a base. Okay. Yeah, it's a base, but still, I think the last time I saw these, I think they were maybe going. Well, last time I saw they were going for like about $100. I'm pretty sure that price has dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Of course, it happened again on Locked On Spurs.
Lightning strikes twice.
Again. Now, okay, take two. Now, for Jacob Eric, I am Jeff Garcia. We're going to put a lock on this episode of Locked On Spurs.